Okay guys, so today's going to be a little different than what we're used to. I'm usually doing like how-tos and like guides on what material to buy or what backpacks to buy, stuff like that. But today we're actually going to break down into two parts. The first part being a vlog style, kind of like this, where I just talk to the camera. I need to build comfort with talking to you guys because it's a little awkward. Like there's people right in front of me, but they're kind of doing their own thing, but I just got to get used to it. I got to get used to the awkwardness of it, okay? And then the second is going to be more cinematic stuff, so B-roll and stuff like that. I'll make that part a little shorter for you guys so that it's not just like a full video of just B-roll. But yeah, for right now, let's just go get a coffee. How about that? Okay, so we got our coffee. Mission achieved. We're on the Blue Heron Nature Reserve Trail. They said that some of the path is closed until mid-July, which it looks like, if we're lucky, this was the gate. So it is technically the 16th of July, which is mid-July, but mid-July is pretty vague. It could be the 10th, could be the 20th, whatever. So maybe we're lucky and we can just squeeze through here. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about was what this channel is really about, okay? So this channel is actually about four main things. It's a travel channel. So I'm going to be trying to travel the world. However, to get there, we need to take baby steps, okay? So there's four pillars of content that I'm trying to produce for you guys. The first being educational, so like what backpack to buy and how to travel and how to buy cheap flights and how to save money, blah 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 blah. And then the second pillar is local travel, so local adventures like this, the Blue Heron Resort, for relatively no money, where it just costs gas and a coffee. The third and fourth are probably the most ambitious and expensive ones, definitely the most expensive ones. They're going to be world travel, so anywhere from Asia to Europe to Africa, South America, stuff like that. I want to do two pillars in that. The first one being vlogging, where it's like this. That's why I said I needed practice doing this. And I want to do like a weekly vlog of my experiences, or even a daily vlog, but I won't produce those till I get home. So I want to have content running week to week to week so that you guys have stuff to watch. And then once I get home, I'll finish those weekly vlogs, and then I will be working simultaneously to make a cinematic movie or video or documentary, something that I have like already a goal in mind when I go to that country. So if it's like Thailand, I go see the long neck tribe, or if it's the Philippines, I go see the last headhunter. I forget her name right now, but I've always wanted to see her. She's really old now though, so I might not be able to get there. And oh my god guys, look at this. So yeah, like I was saying, documentaries that I have intention and purpose going out to actually film these things and see these people and these tribes and these places and these sites, historical sites of importance to us as people, okay? It's our history. That's what I want to achieve. I also want to film some like cool, interesting stuff, like maybe fossil hunting. That's something that's always been a deep passion of mine, is dinosaurs. Ever since I was young, I said that I wanted to be a paleontologist, but you know, I just never was good with the whole book smarts and stuff. And it's kind of a downer that if you're not good at traditional schooling, you have to be limited on your interactions with what kind of career path you can take. Like paleontology is amazing. However, you need like a doctorate or something. I don't know. I haven't looked into it in a while, but it's crazy, okay? Okay, so I got a question for you guys. So I'm not sure what kind of tree this is, but it looks like an oak, but I'm not 100% sure. I thought oaks were different. And it's not a spruce, I don't think. If you guys know what kind of tree this is, let me know. The reason I don't think it's oak is that they shoot straight up, and I thought oaks like spread out kind of, you know? I thought they had a bunch of like branches and everything, but that might just be the maple trees that I'm used to seeing like that. I swear, like you think of like a great oak tree, it's like really bushy on the top, you know? But not this. You know, talking about like doing documentaries on Thailand and the Long tribe, stuff like that. I was thinking maybe I would do one locally about like the culture out here, because Canada's culture is kind of, let's say, murky. Canada, we just let in a lot of immigrants. Like my family was an immigrant. Every single white person or black person or Asian person or whatever person is an immigrant to Canada, because the first people here were Native Americans. So it's like they are the ones that should have the culture out here. Like you come here and you see the culture, but usually you don't see that when you come to Canada, where I find that kind of bad, because you go anywhere else in the world and the culture's like thick, it's steeped in culture no matter where you go. Like Mexico, super culture, everywhere. Anyways, so I was thinking maybe we just do one about the Native Americans and the people of the land before we came over and basically f***ed everything. Pardon my language. The thing is like I said, still getting used to vlogging and stuff, so going out and doing a project like that, that's a huge subject to broach right there. It's something that if I did it right now, I probably wouldn't do it as well as I would want to do it for them. I've got too big of visions, okay? That's the problem, is I see these like grandioso ideas and I just can't do the little stuff. So I gotta try to like simmer down a little bit, you know, simmer down, and then do the small stuff. Take the baby steps, learn the trade, learn the craft, learn how to film myself, learn how to talk to people while filming. Oh man, that beach was cool. The water was nice and low. It was like a lazy river type thing. People were fishing. People were crossing it to go fishing. But the problem is I've got like sneakers and socks on. So I'd have to take my socks off, sneakers off, walk across the river, put my socks and shoes back on to walk on all the rocks and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some sandals, bring them down here, do this again, and go explore. The only problem with that place was that it was pretty active. Like there was a lot of people there. I think the parking lot is right here. So if that's the case, then yeah, we gotta come here, cross that river, and then make a video about it. Yeah, see? Parking lot. Wasn't too far away. Let's go up here, and then we'll see if, in fact, it's close or far. Because I'd rather walk on a better sort of shaded area than out in the sun, because it is getting hot. Well, if you see, it's pretty sunny, not very welcoming. So I think I'm just gonna go back down the same trail. Yeah, I'll definitely have to come back here with some sandals for sure. Super nice, super mellow, good vibes. And you know, with the vlog style like this, it's unscripted, it's raw. I don't have an idea of where the next words are gonna come from or what I'm gonna do. There's no structure, you know. I know that coming out here, I wanted to tell you guys that I want practice and I want to come out here and do this and vlog and do the cinematics, so you know what's in store and I know what's in store. And I know that I wanted to talk about the 4 pillars of content that I'm gonna achieve with this channel, but beyond that, like, it's not scripted, so it's raw, it's just me. talking to a friend, right? And whereas the other content that I make, like the educational stuff, that's heavily scripted. Like I am focused on the goal of what I'm talking about so that I don't get distracted with shoes or accessories or just rambling on and on about nothing and not getting my point across, right? So let me know if you could tell a difference. Everything you guys say early in this development will help so much. The first goal of this channel really is to get onto that first trip. So that's the first big goal. Everything else is like side goals, like 500 subs and that sort of stuff. But I'm not shooting for astronomical numbers here. I'm shooting for realistic expectations, and I'm gonna be bringing you guys along for the journey. But I do have 2 destinations in mind. But I can't spoil that yet. Keep tuned, hit that sub button. Also guys, I don't know if I was actually supposed to go in there, because there is that sign and it says that it's closed, but it's not really posted, so I might have technically snuck in, but that's okay. I know I probably got like 5 seconds of content here, because I've been out here for hours, by the way, but it's probably like 5 seconds of talking content. So it is what it is. I'll get better at this. This is practice, like everything. Okay. So let's just dive right into a little cinematic montage. Okay guys, well, that was interesting. So I learned something. Firstly, I need to get a charger for this, because my phone died, or came close to dying, 5%, where you can't see the screen kind of thing. This gimbal that I'm using, the DJI 7P or whatever, the newest one, it says that, oh, it's a power bank too, but the cable from here to my phone isn't good enough to charge my phone. Like it was plugged in. It's good enough to sustain it at the 5%. I walked for like half an hour to 45 minutes back, and it was just stuck at 5% that whole way. It was like, oh, it's gonna take 10 hours to charge, right? The second problem is I couldn't really finish the cinematics, so hopefully it puts together. Anyways, it's cooking in this car. I'm probably sweating. So I'm gonna hit the road. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. If you want to see more BC, if you want more content like this, yeah, just hit that follow, hit that subscribe, and hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. All right, peace out, guys.